MNTL Game Podcast. If you're new here, I appreciate y'all pulling up. I'm trying to get this stream started right now. If you've been rocking with us for a while now, I hear
Lil
something.
Kano in the
Got some
building?
feedback.
What? What's up, Lil
What it
Kano?
do?
What's going on?
Surprise, JJ.
What's that? Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say, I was like, boom. I heard boom. What happened?
Now, what's going down?
What's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, I'm glad to make it. I was
That's
sitting there
my
cutting off
son-in-law,
before I
Lil
said,
Kano.
yes, indeed. Man, it's definitely in the building.
Yeah, Lil Kano, this my son-in-law, Lil Kano, and JJ, as you know, this is my artist, Lil Kano on the tracks
Mm-hmm.
in the building.
And it's definitely going down. Watching. Y'all know what it is. We're going to turn it up. Dancing up.
Louisiana in the house, two
You trying?
Louisianans in the house. I don't know
Not
if I
for
could take
real.
all that.
Not
Who
for
that?
real.
Y'all know we done do that, kid.
You see it, you see it. I'm trying to figure out this Instagram thing, but we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Let me see.
All right.
Well, I mean, it's not letting me be great today. So y'all already know, man. Shout out to Mental Game. Shout out to the brand. It's Daddyhood month. You know what I'm saying? Everybody part of the Daddyhood. Shout out to the fathers, the active fathers, and since I got my mother-in-law on here, shout out to the moms who had to be both. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all part of the Daddyhood too. So
Appreciate that. I
appreciate
let the men have that,
my
though.
mom. What? Oh, for sure. I'm gonna give you since we almost done with Father's Month. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and include the moms that had to be both. Let's see. I had a new little segment, but I'm gonna have to trying to start that. Hold
Yeah,
on.
Lil Kano cutting hair at the same
Lil Fat.
time, you know. He a licensed
I
barber,
see
too.
him. Look, we done had that done here before. But all right, let's see. Now this podcast since I was having you on I wanted to talk about my main conversation. I wanted to talk about, of course we honoring the fathers all month long, but I want to honor the fathers while celebrating the moms that had to be both. To everybody that's listening, watching to the podcast right now, yeah, I'm excited for today's guest. This episode is special to me because I'm joined by my mother-in-law. If y'all don't know, I'm gonna let her introduce herself because nobody can tell her story better than her. So go ahead, mama, introduce yourself. Let them know who you are.
It's the MEE, you know, Lady E, Money Minded Records and Entertainment. Y'all know what it is. I'm in the building with mental games. Yeah.
Mental games. Mental
Mental
game.
game, for people that don't know, that's for men's mental health.
Mm-hmm.
You know, men's mental health is very important. A lot of people ignore it and look over
Mm-hmm.
it, but you know, without men in their right mind, the world really don't function right.
That's right.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's right. Mama, I couldn't have you on the podcast without giving you your flowers. You know what I'm saying? I've watched your journey personally. You know, I've only probably seen a quarter of it. You've had to step up in situation when people weren't present. You know, I don't want to say no name. But you know what I'm saying? I've watched you take your hits. I've seen you get knocked down. I've seen you get back up. You know what I'm saying? You raised your family and you poured into so many people around you. To me, you represent survivor mentality, and that's one of the. I have a few. You know, I got King's mentality, Queen's mentality. You got Monarch mentality. You got Alpha mentality. But one of the most important mentalities to have is survivor mentality. So, and of course, you'll always be money minded. So, for those who don't know your story, tell us a little about you just as a mom. Oh shit! I gotta
Well,
put my.
as a mom, I have 5 kids, and you know, I'm
Mhm.
a single mom. I raised my 5 kids. I have 4 grown children and one baby. He's 16. Well, he made 17, y'all, on the 25th. He was
Yeah.
born
Shout out to
13
Trigger
minutes.
Man.
Trigger Trey. He was born 13 minutes before Michael Jackson died. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
was my pride and joy. The doctor wanted me to name him Michael, but I said, nah, name him Michael, you know. But that's what pretty much I raised my children.
That'd
I even
that'd
used
have
to
been pretty
manage
cool.
Mr. JJ over there, you know, with my son. My son wanted to rap, so we had a group called Too Deep. So I brought them boys up in there in 2008, 2009 with Wicked
Too
Cricket.
deep. You niggas too weak.
Too Deep, you know what I'm saying? They was mad at that. Wicked Cricket loved them the best. You know, I just been out there doing my thing in the entertainment since 2008. 2009.
For sure, for sure, for sure. So
Yep.
Lil Kano, since we got you in, I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave you
Yeah,
out,
yeah,
man.
oh
Go ahead
yeah,
and
shoot,
introduce
shoot,
yourself,
yeah,
my
yeah.
G.
I managed the
But
#1 artist, super producer, Oscar nominated Lil Kano in the building. You heard me? Can't forget about that.
y'all already know, man. We do what we gotta do for these kids, man, and for the youth, and for everybody. As y'all can see, I got these clippers in my hand right now, cutting one of my peoples. But get
For
what? They don't
sure.
go to everybody. You know how it go. You could be a celebrity, but shit, people that I've been cutting for years gonna tell you, hey man, Kano been cutting us forever. We don't give a damn if he had $20 billion.
That's right.
Nah, for real.
So that's how I go, man. You know.
For sure, for sure. So just tell me a little bit. Just tell me a little more. Elaborate, man. Tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Well, y'all know it. I'm a super producer. I'm a single dad. You know, I raised my boys, three boys, three girls. My three boys, two of them going to college, and the other one on his way. You know what I mean? So,
Okay, okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, congratulations.
yeah. So it's all go mode with me, man. It's about getting to it and making it happen. You know what I mean, bro?
For sure, for
We
sure.
got to make it
Absolutely. I
happen.
know
We got
all
to talk
about it.
about it. We got to be about it. And shit,
Absolutely.
that's why I stand with it. It's the grind is real. The bills don't stop. You
Hmm.
know, we do what we got to do and keep it pushing.
That's right.
For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. All right,
Mhm.
Ma. What was one of the hardest parts about having to carry so much by yourself?
The hardest part was making sure that my kids was all right before I was even all right. That was the hardest part. And
Hmm.
then trying
Absolutely.
to still juggle my career, and pay my
Hmm.
bills, and kids need your help, and you got to help your kids. And so, it's a struggle, but you just have to be dedicated and not give up.
Hmm.
That's it.
For sure, for sure. Look, Kano,
Especially when
what's
you have a good
what's something that's oh,
Come
when,
on.
when you
hold
have a
on. There
good
you go, there you go, there you
when you
go.
have good people in your space that's there for you and willing to help you reach your goal, that's a beautiful thing.
That's always a great thing, man. It's always good to have people that support your vision, that can kind of see your vision. And what I've learned in my life that it's okay if somebody don't, I guess, see the vision because in the end, God gave that vision to you. But it's also good to just have people that could just support you, even though they can't see what you can see, so to speak. So that's always good to have people around you that can see that.
That's right.
Yeah, Lil Kano, what's something that people misunderstood about single dads? Cause I heard you mention you're a single father.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's tough, man. You spend a lot of money.
Oh yeah, for sure that. Heck
That's
yeah, I
the
just
money.
got one.
You spend a lot of bread. Tell you that much. So diapers was one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're dealing with just raising them. You know what I mean? Putting them in
Mm-hmm.
sport. Shit, being an AAU coach, coaching them.
Mm-hmm.
All three of my boys.
Mm-hmm.
And now they in college. So
For sure.
really, bro, it's motivation behind it. You gotta really be a motivator behind these kids. You know what I mean? You gotta really see where they talents at and just try to keep them in that field. You know?
For sure. For sure. So how's that? How has fatherhood? If I'm saying that right, I don't feel like I'm saying that question right. How has fatherhood changed you as a man?
I mean, it changed your life because when you gotta wake up, make sure your kids get to school every day,
Mm-hmm.
and when they get out of school, you gotta make sure you get them. You know, your life transitions, so you have to work around the times of the kids. It's not about
Mm-hmm.
your time. You know what I mean? So that's why I live an interesting life, and I do so much because you gotta have a lot of different grinds when you got kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's
For
about it. Though. You just gotta stay on the grind, man. Motivate yourself.
I
Pray up
got
to
you.
it. You know.
That's number one. My and Kano, I got a question for both of y'all. Like, how do y'all balance chasing your dreams? You know what I'm saying? While, I know, my kids, most of them are grown, Trey's still around. But Kano, you and like, how do you balance that? Like chasing your dreams and you still got responsibilities like as kids, you know what I'm saying?
Kid. I look at it as I look at the word how the words say your kids gonna grow old and they gonna leave at home. So what you gonna do? I mean, so it's about you got so that taught you right then and there. You have to always make sure you good first. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
then whatever else you can handle to help. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. What
But you
about you,
gotta have
Ma?
a team, man. Everything is structured.
For sure.
That's
What about
right.
you, Ma? What say you, Ma?
Say it don't matter how old your kids get, they still gonna need you or feel like you have to do for them, so
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
it's just
Mm-hmm.
a struggle. You just gotta pray and keep God first, and you have to remember that you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. So that's what I just try to keep
For
positive
sure.
and talk to my kids and let them know, hey, this is what I'm doing. And I just want everybody's support, because I support everybody in what they doing. Just let me be me, let me do me, because I raised my kids. So it's
Mm-hmm.
Right.
my
Right.
time
It's
to
like
do
you
what I
can't
need
get
to
it in
do.
business.
What's
Once you're
that?
Mm-hmm.
grown, you're grown. Shit, I ain't giving
Mm-hmm.
you your business.
That's right.
Motherfuckers be nosy. I ain't a nosy parent. I stay the fuck out the way. Unless you call me. If it's that bad, then call me. But if it ain't that bad, don't call me on no bullshit. I don't want to hear it.
He's
You know
like,
what I
figure it
mean?
out yourself.
That's right.
I
Yeah,
got
you
you.
feel me?
Hey,
Shit.
I
Keep
got
I
you.
your
I
let
got
fingers
you.
grown
in
people
hand.
be grown.
You know?
That's right.
Shit. You hate to hear the problems, but some problems you hate to hear, but then some problems you be like, damn, well, shit, you put yourself in that position. What you want me to fucking do?
I got you. I
That's
got you. I
right.
know I know with me, one thing I do, I try to, with Aliana, like me and T both, we try to involve her
My first
in
grandbaby. My first
what we
grandbaby.
do. Yeah. Oh yeah, Aliana, the first grandbaby. Yeah. I'm responsible for her first grandchild.
Yeah,
So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing for the people watching right now, but yeah, I was responsible. But nah, we try to involve her in the business side of it so she can see. But nowadays these kids kind of know when it comes to technology, they know more than you do. So
That's right.
yeah. So she kind of showing us like, nah, dad, you got to do this, you got to use this hashtag, you got to do this. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be teaching you this, and here you are. But it's like it's a just try to I'll just try to find a way to kind of drag her along the way so that way one day, mental game take off as a brand, a podcast, whatever, she's already involved in the business some type of way.
that's right.
So that's one thing I use to kind of, balance everything, try to get her involved, keep her
Mm-hmm.
occupied along the way. Like today we had a pop-up shop, and I know for shout out to Serenity Sweets, pickles and pineapples, more to come soon. But today we had a pop-up shop for them, and Aliana was posted up right on the side of her, so we just try to keep her involved in the business. So that's how we kind of balance raising her. And nowadays it's like when these teenagers, they just be wanting to be by themselves.
Yeah,
So
Mm-hmm.
Lord, nah, but like I said, I know we celebrating Father's Month. I declared it Father's Month today. Like I said, I brought my brother-in-law on. I wanted to kind of celebrate the mothers who had to step up. I still believe dads are extremely important in raising children because healthy fathers matter, healthy mothers matter. Kids deserve both whenever possible. You know what I'm saying? It's not a competition. It's really about me honoring who showed up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So even though, I know you've pretty much had to raise your kids by yourself, what roles do you think fathers uniquely bring into a child's life?
Everything, because kids have to
Mm,
have that
mm,
that stern voice. They have to have that stern, discipline from their father that a mother can't provide to them. So it has to
mm-hmm,
be
mm-hmm,
if it's not a two-parent home, it still has to be two parents, involved in their children's
mm-hmm.
lives because it's
Two
very
presence
important.
parent. I got you. Two.
Hmm. That's
Absolutely.
right.
I got you on that one. What say you, Kano?
That's right. Like you should be able to work it out. Let them kids see their parents.
Mm-hmm,
I mean, every kid need their parents. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's a lot of people
Absolutely.
that deal with a lot of trauma behind not having their parents. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's it's just about, man, being realistic, man. Like, come on, them kids grow up, they gonna want to know who their dad is. They gonna want to know who their mom is. Both vice versa. They go both ways sometimes. Sometimes
For sure.
problems have different problems. You know what
For
I'm
sure. For
saying?
sure.
So, hey, you gotta balance your life.
I got you. I got you. So on the flip side of that, Kano, my question to you, like, what role do you feel mothers uniquely play that, in a way complements fatherhood?
You got, from a mother perspective, let's say it's more of the nurturing side. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? The more comfort. You're supposed to get more comfort out of your mom versus your dad. You know what I mean?
Mm,
I feel like that's that in, but sometimes it be the other way around. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, for sure.
'cause my boys, they
That's
call me
right.
for everything.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask both of you, if your children, I probably already know this answer, for all the people watching, if your children described you today, what do you hope they would say? Because I know what they would say. I've heard all the stories and stuff, but what would you hope they'd say?
What I know that they would say is that I am their rock and I am their motivation and that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm their hero. Cause that's what my kids always tell me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Kano? If you,
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been a stepping stone with my kids, so they watch me go
mm,
through college. As they going, they watch the growth inside. But so, it's so much they can say because I raised them from babies. So I don't, only thing I can expect is good things. You know what I mean?
I got you. I got you. Nah, I got you. Now, the reason I ask, man, is because, like, I know y'all know, I know y'all know the effort that y'all put into raising your kids. And overall, I've watched my do her best, throughout everything. Her
Thank
very
you.
best. I've heard her,
I have
I've
raised
seen
you
her
too,
give
JJ.
100. Yeah, not for real, not for real. Nah, my mom, yeah,
That's
not for
right.
real. I remember my, like, I remember when I had moved in my apartment, and we trying to do it by ourselves, trying to, like, hey man, we gonna get it. And I remember Terica being on the phone with I don't know if Ma remember the situation. This was around the time, we just had Nana, and we struggled. I just got my apartment. I'm getting used to bills coming, and you trying to balance
That's
bills
right.
with keeping food in the house and stuff
That's
like
right.
that. And I get a knock at the door, and my mother-in-law showed up with groceries. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? There's been plenty of times. That's just one of the many times, Modern came through
Right.
and and showed up,
That's right.
despite, whatever she might, they might have had stuff going on in their household where they couldn't really do that, but they did. And I
That's
really,
real.
really,
Mm-hmm.
really appreciated it.
No, that's
Mm-hmm.
Really,
real.
really appreciate it.
Well,
No,
So
that's
thank
real,
you.
man.
thank you.
People,
Yeah, so yeah. My Modern been here before for me too. So you
that's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
No, that's
So
real. No, that's
and I
real.
really appreciate it.
No, that's real
Aw,
talk, man.
you
That's why
Yeah,
I
welcome.
so
said that. That's how life is, man. You got your people, man. When you got people there for you, man, you got to keep them in your corner no matter what going on in life. That's still your
nah, for
people,
sure.
you
For
know?
sure. Yeah, and
That's
that was one,
right.
like I said, that was one of the many times. One of the many times. Modern showed up.
That's right.
But
That's right.
so anything y'all wanna say or mention before we
Oh,
before
yeah,
we
yeah,
cut out
yeah.
on the
Hey,
podcast? Go ahead,
yeah,
go ahead.
man, definitely, man. Y'all go check out all my EPs, man. I got about 27 of them. You know what I mean?
I
Y'all
got
go
you.
Google Lil Kano, man. You can go on YouTube. You can go to Spotify. You type Lil Kano albums, it'll pop up. Y'all just check me out, man. Money Minded in the building. You know what I
Yeah, for
mean?
sure.
We've been doing it for a long time. I got a lot of records coming. I'm in some films that's coming out. So,
What's the
I'm
name of
working
your
on a
film?
soundtrack. And y'all just look for it. One of the films that we got coming out is called The Struggle.
Okay. Where can you find it?
Who in
It'll
there?
be coming out on Tubi. Inside that movie, you got Jeremy Fields, you got Jared Ryder, you got Scarface in there, you got Cal Wayne, Quiet Money Dot, um, you got Young Star, you got D Red, About Boy, my boy Fever from BBC, Block Boys Click. Man, I'm talking about, and I could keep going. You
I
know what I
got
Shout
you.
mean?
out.
Yeah, so definitely, bro, we got a lot of good things coming with that. Also, I'm in a movie called Once Upon a Time in the H that's out on Amazon Prime. Y'all can check out. So we just working, man. Just trying to stay busy
Stay
and do what
busy.
God allow us to do. You know what I mean?
I got you. I got you. Anything
All
anything you
right.
got? Anything y'all
Oh, y'all know.
put y'all handles out there, all that. Come on,
Yeah.
give the people
Yeah.
something, like, yeah, come on with it.
Y'all know what it
Got the
is. Go to
apprenticeship.
So Money Minded, Money Minded on Instagram. Or you can find me on Eve Money 7 on TikTok. You know, we had that thing long lock. Go on TikTok and we have the block locked. For real, for real. Everybody know us on there. So Just shout out to everybody. Shout out to Mental Game for having us on the podcast today. It's the first time being on there, and I really appreciate the invite. Louisiana in the building twice. Lil Kano, my artist, and
That's
Mental Game Jay, my son-in-law. You know what I'm
what's
saying?
happening.
But we just trying to hold it down and keep everything going. And we have apprenticeship program loading now. Lil Kano is my instructor. So if y'all ready for some film and some production and learning, hey, get ready, stay tuned because we coming for y'all real soon.
Right.
Man, y'all hit up my mother-in-law and her artist Lil Kano, man, for
Yes,
all
sir.
of your needs. You seem like that's jack of all trades, got a lot going on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just wanna like I hope today's conversation kind of like, the core conversation kind of reminds everybody, give your parents your flowers. They flowers, while they here, because
Mm-hmm.
as parents, man, we do a lot for our kids. You know what I'm saying? I know there's this big misconception out there that single dads don't do enough for their kids, single moms don't
Mm-hmm.
do enough for their kids, or whatever the case may be. But I hope this conversation reminds everybody that we do a lot for our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, give your people their flowers while they're here, man.
That's right.
Whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad, your grandparents, what I'm saying, your aunt, uncle, what I'm saying, uh, or
Your
somebody who
friends.
just simply
Shout
chose to
out to
be
my
there for you.
friends.
Yeah,
Shout
your
out to
friends,
Lil
you know what I'm saying?
Kano. Shout out to Jay. Y'all, I'm giving y'all flowers.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
You're
But
welcome. Lil Kano.
Yeah.
no, I appreciate y'all. Just what I think, dang, something I forgot. I got all these notes over here. I forgot. I feel like I forgot something. But of course, I want to just say, man, I appreciate y'all for actually, just wanting to be on the podcast. I appreciate y'all coming and showing
Yeah.
out and just
Thank
being
you
here,
for the
man, and just
invite.
giving,
Mhm.
Yeah.
oh,
Appreciate
no
you, right.
problem, giving some mental game, you know what I'm saying, to the people out here. And you know what I'm saying, I love to
Got
have
my
y'all
shirt on.
on again.
For sure.
Um, huh?
I said I
Yeah,
got my
I see
shirt
your
on.
shirt, man. I see
You
money
heard
minded,
me?
so money minded, so money minded. You see it,
Money
you see
minded.
it.
That's right.
But of course, it's not always a lot. It's about y'all know that mental game is not. It's not about, how can I say it, man. It's about learning how to grow through life, and what I'm saying, wherever you are, you just continue to learn. And man, I'm losing my train of thought. I can't. I had something good to say. I forgot it. But nah, we gonna end it off, man. Cause I don't know where my thought went. But y'all remember, man. Y'all be focused and not foolish, man. I appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we out.
And we out.
All right.
I holla at y'all, man.
Mental.
Mental game. We out. Where my mouse go? There we go.